Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Vancouver Canucks GM mode in NHL 15, as we are here at the beginning of year number 5 with this Canucks team. So far in this GM mode, we've missed the playoffs year number 1, and then we've made the playoffs and made pretty good progress in them, getting past the first round. Got to the first round, lost it. Got past the first round, lost in the second, and then we kind of took a step back this year, missing the playoffs again. So hopefully we can come back this year and have a much better season. So we're at the beginning of this season, as I just said, and we're going to view the contracts and the progress of our players here, and we're going to see exactly what we need to do here come this season. So let's take a look at what we got working with here. Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Okay, so Polivka, even after a bad season last year, he kind of bounced back at the end of the year, and he progressed into an 88 overall goaltender. Okay, so he's 88 overall. He's got 5-star for reflexes, 4.5 for puck control and athletic. So our third overall pick back in 2015 for a goaltender is really starting to pay off for us now. He's 88 overall. Jack Campbell's still in an 86, but he increased 3 overalls. So now we have an 88 overall goaltender, 25 years old, making 4.8 mil for 2 years. Kind of, regret maybe not giving him that big long contract, but he needed to prove himself, and you know what? He progressed and he's proven himself. So fair enough. Like I said, he can play those 2 years if he shows up and if he plays pretty well. Then I'll give him the big time money that he deserves. But for right now, still a question in hand, because he did have a bad year last year, but that 88 overall, it's pretty decent. In the system, Alex Dubois is 86, and he's considered a starting goaltender as well. Okay, like I said, we have that issue here. We have that goalie issue. Where what do? Do we trade like Dubois for like a prospect defenseman or like a prospect goaltender? And we have 3 goaltenders over 86 overall. One of them needs to go. Campbell's in the last year of his deal, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe we could go with Polivka and Dubois. Both of them are very, very young. Dubois' contract, though, is up at the end of this year, and he'll probably want a good bit of money. Same with Campbell, though. But he's 27, and Dubois is how old? He's 25. Same with Polivka. They're both 25. You can run with 2 25-year-olds if you want to. Or you could make Campbell into your starter. Or you can just keep going with Dubois, who's also elite. 2 elite goaltenders battling it out on the same team. That one is a decision for you guys to make. What should we do there? Because I'm more than happy for trading like one or the other. But I cannot keep 3 of those guys on my team. Cannot do that. Won't do that. Alright, so there's that issue there with the goaltending. Alright, so what do we got here? Man, oh man, I am happy I made that trade. Thank you. Alexander Edler seems to be paying off for us. So remember that trade. Alexander Edler, Nick Bonino, and who was the other third person? It was Bonino. Wow, who was it? It was Bonino, Edler, and somebody else. Who was it? Do not remember. Wow, I do not remember off the top of my head. Oh, Eddie Lack, that's who it was. Duh. So Eddie Lack, Edler, and Nick Bonino have given me an 87 overall franchise defenseman who's still continuing to grow. So Joakim Norlund, defensive defenseman. Look at those defensive stats. Look at that, 92 for defensive awareness, 88 for shot blocking, 92 for stick checking. My goodness gracious, this guy is a beast. He's physical too. His body check, he's not as much of a body checker as I thought he was. He's pretty good skating. He's got a decent shot too. His shot's actually pretty decent. Passing needs to be working on it, but this guy will be a monster on our penalty kill, no doubt. Second overall pick by the New York Rangers, but now part of the Vancouver Canucks, and we got him and Fowler. And that'll work out. We can have a defensive defenseman on our top line, and we could have, even though he's still considered a top 4 defenseman, I want to play him top 2. Give him penalty kill time, give him as much time as he need be, and we could play him and Cam Fowler on the top line, 287s. Hamilton's still 85, Tanev 85, and then Hogboom and Carl can now get regulated to the top 6 now. And we can let Jens still could progress the way he is. He's still doing pretty good. He's got good defensive awareness, so Fair enough. All right, in the system, what do we got working here? Corson, yep, Wisniewski. Bork is a 77, Hillis is a 79, Subban still didn't progress at all. None of our defensemen, you know, taking the initiative to progress all too good. But that's how it happens sometimes. Alright, but defense looks good yet again. What can I say? It looks good. We got a defensive beast on our team now, though. In the system, Vorobiev, he's up to a 70 now, which is good. Slowly getting up there. Not bad. Alright, left wingers now. Gustav Nyquist, Johnny Gaudreau, man. Johnny Hockey is 85 overall. He lost an overall. 85. I signed this guy for a long-term deal for 4.6 mil. I don't know. Johnny Hockey, that might be a bust, to be honest. That might have been a bust. Who knows? He's going to have one hell of a breakout year. Gustav Nyquist still at 85. Roloff, the guy who we drafted, he's at 78. So we'll definitely send him down to the minors. Shinkrick still at 83, Vertan still at 82, and Applicator still at 82. So nobody's really taking the initiative to jump up in overall. And then these guys are where they are at. Not looking too good. Centers, Galchenyuk, Grigorenko still stayed the same. Berglund's good. Bo Horvat went up to an 84. So that's about the only change there. Dane Fox is an 80. He's still considered a depth forward. Gauntz, he's still probably considered a third liner. Yep, and Lyndon Vey is considered a third liner as well at 28 years old. 83. Gomerich is an 82. He's considered a third liner. He's kind of got the same deal like Gauntz has going on. Gauntz is much better defensively, but Gomerich is... It's okay, 82 overall. I'm not liking this team, to be perfectly honest. Some guys have decreased. I would say our defense got better. Our defense and our goaltending's good, but we can clearly see that the problem on this team right now is it's definitely offense. So what we can do is possibly trade guys like Berglund and maybe like Nyquist away and get ourselves another first-line player, a young first-line player, but I think this guy might be that first-line player in the very near future, I would say. So top 6 potential forward. It's probably like a rookie Johnny Gaudreau in the making, but we do have the trading assets to, you know, to possibly improve this offense. So let me see. Let me look at the main roster here for forwards again. Let's see what our lineup is going to be. So we know Galchenyuk and Grigorenko on the first line, but we need something with them. Something needs to kickstart Grigorenko and Galchenyuk so they can just get the goal scoring and firing. Second, I think they're good enough on the first line to maybe even put like a defensive type of player with them. So who knows there. Second line, it needs improvement. It needs improvement. You can still keep Gaudreau there. You can still keep Nyquist, but I think we need a better playmaker than Berglund on the second line. Somebody with a very good passing category, like puck skills. Nyquist is good with that. Gaudreau's got good puck moving skills as well. We need another person there with good puck moving skills to set up those two guys. Berglund, I don't think, is getting it done. I think we need a better second line center. So we can maybe definitely look out for that. Third line, Horvat is good for there, I would say. Well, let me just sort that there. Third line. Horvat's good for the third line center. I'm perfectly fine with him taking that there. Shinkrook, once again, I'm perfectly fine with him taking third line center role. He'll get power play time. And then I'm perfectly fine with Jake Vertanen taking third line as well as another sniper. I'd rather have two snipers there working with Bo Horvat, even though he's not the greatest for setting them up. Maybe we could have a playmaker instead. Maybe we can, well, that would require like trading Vertanen or somebody. Even though he'll probably have some good trade value to him. I don't know, you guys can let me know there. And then on the fourth line, did Marcel Gottsch retire? I think he did, yeah. I think he was getting up there in age. Yeah, I think Marcel Gottsch did retire by this time now, so he's gone. I was wondering why I didn't see him. So he's gone, but the fourth line, Applicator, Gauntz, and somebody else. Maybe Lyndon Vey, fourth line, possibly. His defense isn't too bad. He's got good stick checking and shot blocking. Defensive awareness is good. Just a playmaker down there on the fourth line. Why not? 83 overall. But Applicator and Gauntz will be the fourth line guys. Fox and Roloff definitely not there. But second line center is something that we need, or like a first line winger. One of the two. One of the two needs to happen. And we got the goaltending prospects to make that happen. Defense, there's no question in my mind what the defense is. It's Fowler, Nordland, Hamilton, Tanev, Carl Hogwell. There's no questions there about what that is. And then goaltenders, it looks like it's Polivka is the starter, magically. Even though he had a bad year last year, surprisingly he jumped up to an 88 overall. And the stats do not lie on this guy. He's #bars. This guy is... He's got the stats to prove it. He's got an 88 overall goaltender, for God's sakes. And we have an 86 in Dubo as well. So we have the assets to possibly go out there and make the trades happen. I do actually want to see what the trade values on some of these guys are, though. Like I said, I'm going to keep this episode relatively short for you guys, so you can help me out with what the dealio is going to be here. And we can check out what trade values these guys are holding. All right, so let's look at the goaltenders here. Let's look at theirs. So Polivka's, there's his, Dubois, and Campbell's. There's their trade values right there. So you guys can make the decisions there based on their trade values. Defense, let's see. Yeah, Nordland's not going anywhere, for God's sakes. I made that trade for a reason. He's staying. Everybody else is right there. But right wingers, like I said, we don't have many of them. Left wingers, Roloffs, he's going to stay because he's got the good trade value. Gaudreau's, well, Nyquist's are right there. Pretty much, that's pretty much it there. And then centers, Galchenyuk, Horvat's trade value is starting to grow a little bit. Berglund's is right there, so, and Lyndon Vay's is right there as well. So there's the trade values there. I need some suggestion, guys. What do you think we should go after? We got a lot of cap room, like I said. We have the potential to take on somebody. Like I said, we need somebody to either man this. We can either put one of the players like Nyquist on the first line to work with Galchenyuk and Grigorenko. But if we do that, then we need a better established second line player, like a better second line center, so that Johnny Gaudreau can get some goal scoring on the second line. Because like I said, we have the goal scorer on the second line, but I think we're still missing that really good playmaker on that second line to help get it done. I don't think Berglund is getting it done. We need, I think, a double playmaker on the second line to help feed Johnny Gaudreau and get him the goal scoring. Even the third line is kind of debatable, but I like Horvat down there as the defensive aspect and allows Shinkruk and Bertan to maybe get some depth goal scoring going. And then the fourth line, I have no problems with. Defense, no problems with. And then goaltending is the whole issue there. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think this team needs? What do you think we should go after? Give me some player suggestions who you think would maybe work out for this team. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. And other than that, we will take it. We will begin year 5 next time, hopefully, after we possibly make some trades, because I definitely think that's going to happen. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.